These Year 1 pupils are getting their first lesson in technology, learning how to make films by taking photos on iPads. For the children, it's an exciting part of a modern-day curriculum. But for the school, this equipment is another big expense, and they need parents to help pay for them.
I guess it's quite embarrassing to a degree. You know, we should be able to support those. And I also worry because, you know, every event we have, we share about the fact that there is less money in schools. And I really worry that parents are also finding it a difficult time at the minute.
In all your experience as a teacher, as a head teacher now, is this the worst you've ever seen it in terms of funding?
Definitely. So I've been in education for 30 years and trying to set the budget at the minute, looking at staffing, looking at classes, looking at resources. It's what do we absolutely need? And I know that that's going to lead to some very difficult decisions.
The government says it's spending more money than ever before on our schools, but schools themselves have far more outgoings. In Bath and North East Somerset, it means there's been a 9% cut in real terms in the last 6 years, which means here in Paulton, they are now £280 per pupil worse off. And it's not just parents picking up the pieces. Staff are not only expected to manage growing classes without teaching assistants, they need to pay for stationery and books.
I would say for at least 8 years I've been buying resources for the school, but each year I've been buying more and more. So for instance, some years it's actually pencils, glue sticks, others it might be just laminating pouches.
This group of parents say that isn't fair on anyone. They've written to all head teachers in Bath and North East Somerset, calling on them to speak out on what they describe as a hidden crisis. And they're worried children are being left behind.
When you hear about it in the news, a lot of people say, oh, well, schools can't afford pens and papers anymore. And it's not about pens and papers. They can't afford staff anymore. For me personally, I see schools not being able to afford teaching assistant staff anymore. And that's already having a very big impact on just how confident my son is.
I feel quite lucky that my husband's German. We could move to Germany, and it's something that we've discussed. That if things get really bad and we're worried about her education, we could move, and we think would have a better chance there.
Back at Paulton Infants School, staff insist they are coping, but with resources increasingly stretched, the question is just how long this can go on for until children's education starts to suffer. Max Walsh, ITV News, Paulton.